Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life, and welcome back to my channel. In today's Pick a Card reading, we're going to be talking all about 3 signs that you're about to have a big breakthrough. I was inspired to do this reading because a lot of the people that I was talking to this week in personal readings were telling me about this feeling that they were getting, that a breakthrough or like something big was coming. And I was looking through the cards and was seeing some messages about that. And I just wanted to share that with everybody here that's on the channel. So if you get this feeling in your gut that you're about to have a big breakthrough, or you want to call in that energy, this reading will be perfect with you. And I think it would be really cool if you pulled some cards with me so that you could get a more personalized message. So here is the spread. You can take a screenshot of it, and this is what we're going to be covering in the reading. And then simply ground yourself, take some deep breaths, and then choose the card. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Once you have chosen, you can head down below to the comments and to the description where the timestamps are posted. So you can just click on your timestamp and instantly be fast forwarded to your part in the reading. And don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that notification bell, especially so you can be notified of when I do live free readings. And I will see you for your reading soon. For those of you guys who choose number 1, here is your spread. And we're going to get started with the card that you chose, which is, where are you at right now currently in your life? What energy is surrounding you? So we're getting number 22, the Mockingbird. We're starting off right away with an angel number. That's just crazy to me. Especially because we see this like little bird here over this person's third eye. You are definitely in the middle of some type of spiritual awakening. I actually feel like you're at the part in the process where you're coming out of your dark night of the soul. And if you don't know Dark Night of the Soul, spiritual awakening, I have a series on my channel where I talk about it. Just search Rainbow Harmony Spiritual Awakening. But basically, you've gone through some type of grieving process or loss or transformation, existential crisis, quarter life crisis, whatever you want to call it. Like, your world was rocked. Things were changed. And now here you are on the other side, recovering a little bit and feeling like you want some type of new challenge. You might be feeling a little bit bored, like things are getting kind of dull, and you might be feeling called to go somewhere new or meet some new friends or pick up a new hobby. And so you're feeling ready for something new, a new challenge, a new lifestyle. Maybe you're ready for a new relationship, something like that. And so this is where I see you in your path. You're open-minded, you've been cleansed, you've been healed, and you're ready for something new. So yeah, I would say you're definitely ready for a breakthrough. Let's see 3 signs that your breakthrough is coming. So what are you going to see and experience like just before this breakthrough? Now the first sign that your breakthrough is coming, this is King of Swords. I would say this is like a thirst for knowledge. Like, you find yourself studying up on like a certain subject, reading all the books that you can about it, maybe applying for different courses and certificates, or taking an education program formally that has something to do with it. So this is a sign that your breakthrough is coming. If you find yourself studying up on this thing, if you find yourself really learning and acquiring that information, maybe it's you working with a tutor or a mentor, or perhaps a teacher, or becoming one yourself. So this is you like reaching some type of level of, mastery over knowing some type of craft or some type of knowledge. The next sign that your big breakthrough is coming is that all of a sudden you get signs and signals and messages, situations that literally force your hand into needing to rest and detach. Because it seems like you have a strong vision, you know what you want, you've been studying up, you've been learning all the things, getting the training, you're ready to make it happen. The sign that your big breakthrough is going to come, you might feel like, okay, I need to rest now, I need to detach. That happens to me sometimes in my path. I always know something, a big shift or change is going to come when I am in some type of rest period, when everything kind of stops and comes to a standstill. Sometimes that's a message that you need to make a decision. Sometimes that's a message that like it's time for you to change something up. But other times it's like the calm before the storm. It's things leveling out, getting ready to kind of push you off in a new direction. It's an energy shift, a transition period. So if you feel that transition period, that's a sign that you're going to have a breakthrough soon. And then the third sign is synchronicity. You notice an increase in synchronicity. So this could be an increase in angel numbers, like 22. 22, by the way, I mean, has so many different meanings, but I always think of this as like the most powerful manifestation number. It has a lot to do with manifesting money, finances. Sometimes it's a love manifestation number as well. Things are lining up. You have support behind you. It's a positive number. So yeah, maybe you're seeing 22, maybe you're seeing 1111. That's a sign that you're being called to awaken, that you're going through a shift, that the universe is trying to connect with you, or to look around. Maybe things are different than what you originally thought. So noticing synchronicities or things that appear in your path to be signs. Usually this is something that's positive in nature, that's exciting, that's funny, that makes you smile. It's uplifting. That's how you know that it's a synchronicity. It's a sign it's coming from a good place. You're going to notice a lot more of that. And these synchronicities are trying to get your attention. Maybe you prayed for a sign recently. Maybe you're opening your mind to some new information. Perhaps you have been wondering, oh, should I take this path? And maybe synchronistically a friend asks you, hey, do you want to try this thing with me? And you have been thinking for weeks, I want to try this new thing. And here your friend is showing up, inviting you, calling you to that adventure. So pay attention for things like that, especially if you're somebody who has been, praying for signs or setting up an altar for that or doing magic for that. I definitely see these three things being what kind of shows you, hey, your breakthrough is coming. Now, the last cards we pulled for you as part of this spread is any action that you can take to help initiate this process. Okay, maybe you notice from these signs, oh my gosh, this is already happening. Maybe it's not, but these are action steps you can take to help push this process along. This is a card that's talking about being stuck in a karmic cycle, just going around and around in circles. You can't get through this door. Maybe this door right here represents some type of manifestation or you getting to the next level. Maybe it's you like getting the job or moving into that new home or manifesting that relationship or something like that. It's something that you want, something that's important to you. It could be something material or maybe just more metaphoric or spiritual. But basically, maybe you're stuck and you keep feeling like I keep exploring and experiencing the same thing. I keep finding myself in the same situation. I don't know how to change it. Well, sometimes what you have to do in these situations is really look at your habits and the little things that you do every day. Because all you really have is the moment, ultimately. All you really have is the day. So sometimes changing the littlest things, like, giving yourself a nice wake-up routine, or focusing more on your thoughts, or taking better care of your body, being more mindful, more conscious, or changing a habit or a routine of yours, working on releasing an addiction. Those little things end up actually being a big deal and can help you to clear blockages or get out of the loop. Sometimes in order to make change in your life or get out of a cycle like this, you just need to do something, anything, to get the energy and momentum going in a different direction. So it doesn't always matter exactly what you do, it's just that you do something different, something positive, So that would be your advice. And then the next advice isn't too hard. It's just like go with the flow, be open yourself to receive. This breakthrough wants to come for you. It's something positive, it's exciting, and it's already on its way. So beautiful. I hope that this reading resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 2, let's get started with your spread. So we're going to start with the card that you chose, which is number 1. Like, where are you at right now in your life? So we're pulling card number 37, the Wax Wing. This is all about somebody who's ready to kind of take off their mask and step out from behind the shadows and let themselves be seen. So this could be you at a certain point in your life where you're starting to become more comfortable and confident, like with your body, with your aesthetics, with the way that you express yourself. I know so many of us on this path, myself included, have struggled with like body image issues and like feeling worthy enough, and it's so liberating to finally just allow yourself to take good care of your body and just show up and hang out with people or smile in that picture and just release all that pressure you put on yourself, you know? And so that could be where you're at right now. Maybe you're really working on that. Maybe you're really working on your divine feminine energy and just stepping forward. This could also be you stepping out to offer some type of gift or skill, or maybe you started a business, or maybe you started some type of social media account to focus on like some type of hobby that you have, or you're trying to build a community. It could also be you like being promoted into some type of leadership position in your life where you're having to be in front of more people, or maybe that's a goal of yours. So basically it's you being like, you know what, I'm ready to step up. I'm ready to own who I am, because that maybe this is what I need to do to accomplish my goals. Or maybe it's just because you're ready and you've gone through that healing. This is about you being someone who just gives and gives and gives so much to other people. And there is a balancing going on in your life. You're starting to realize who and what is draining your energy. It could be that like something you were doing in your life, like your job or some of your habits or routines, some of the people that you have in your life. Maybe you're realizing and becoming more sensitive as to who or what drains your energy. And perhaps you're starting to realize more about what's giving you energy or where you're cultivating your energy from. So naturally, you're gravitating more towards things and hobbies and activities like that are supporting your growth, that are supporting you gaining energy, that are helping to raise your vibration. Anything that's starting to drain it, you're like, wow, this isn't working anymore for me. So cords are being cut, changes are being made, things are falling away, and it's an awesome energy, but it's also been like a little awkward at times or a struggle. And so, you know, that's kind of where you're at. There's blessings coming into your life. You're starting to connect more with joy and bliss. You're starting to learn how to like enjoy things without like feeling guilty about it. You're just like, you know what? I'm claiming this. Claim, 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 you know? That's the energy. I love it. So 3 signs that you're about to go through a big breakthrough. The first sign is if you feel as if you lost in some way, because this is the victory card reversed, and I'm taking this as a literal reversal. Like, so like what's the opposite of victory? To me, that would be like a failure. Something you had to give up on, something you had to quit or step away from. This reminds me of somebody who like dropped out of school 3 months before they were going to get their diploma because they were like, I've come this far, but I can't anymore, and this isn't for me, and I don't care if I piss everybody off, I'm walking away from this. This could have been you also walking away from some opportunity. Maybe everybody thought, oh, that opportunity is so great for you, but you're like, this doesn't feel right though. Could have been you know, walking away from some type of relationship, or maybe receiving some type of major loss, you know? We go through that in life. We've got contrasts, we've got ups and downs. Sometimes we have those things that just, we're like, why did that happen? It's so awful, like, it can't even be explained. It's just the tough times in life. It's the shadow, it's the darkness. So that's the first sign that you're gonna have a breakthrough, because anytime that you experience loss in your life, you know, what comes after death? Rebirth. Expansion, new beginnings, opportunities. That's the one thing I always tell myself to comfort myself when I'm down in the depths or having a rough time. What goes down must go up, but honestly, it's kind of true. It's the opposite of the same. You know, if you hit rock bottom, you got nowhere to go but up. I think that's what I was trying to say. You hit rock bottom, you got nowhere to go but up. And that's kind of the energy. You'll know you're going through a breakthrough if you're really hitting a bottom, because sometimes you're like, well, this is the worst it could get. That's the most comforting thing you could tell yourself sometimes when you're going through something rough. You're like, well, can't get any worse, and things are only going to get better from here. The next sign that you're going through a big breakthrough or you're about to have one is all of a sudden you find yourself like getting really like detailed and organized and coming up with like a plan or a strategy. Have you ever in your life come up with a plan for something? Like I remember like years ago, I came up with a master plan for how I was gonna leave the US and travel the world. And it was kind of a harebrained plan. I wrote some things down. I came up with a savings goal. I made a slight plan. It was kind of slapdash. It happened kind of fast. It was more of just like a dream or a manifestation. But I did have to get organized at some point to make it happen, you know? And yeah, obviously a huge breakthrough came from that. So if you find yourself coming up with a strategy or like vision boarding or like journaling and you're like starting to like figure out, okay, this is how I'm going to do this thing. I'm ready to go. Let's do this. That energy is like a huge sign you're about to have a breakthrough. The third sign that you're about to have a big breakthrough in your life is that you're experiencing an abundance of grief. Like if you are just like this card right here, the loss card next to the abundance of grief, like if you have recently experienced that or you're experiencing that, there's a reason all of that is coming out. So if you're experiencing an abundance of grief and you're really going through it and you're crying and you're releasing and it just feels like it isn't going to stop, sometimes that's a sign that like you're healing, you're releasing the things that are holding you back. Sometimes when we carry around grief and pain and sorrow and loss and we take on that burden and we carry that around for a long time, sometimes that can kind of block our blessings or keep us stuck in life, you know? We all go through times of grief and loss and struggle. No one on this planet is immune to that contrast. So if you're going through that, just know that there is an end. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a release that's coming. Your tears help you. Nurture yourself. Go easy on yourself. If you need to, contact a licensed professional counselor or therapist. If you are experiencing an abundance of grief that feels like way too overwhelming, but if you're going through this, it's a sign that you're healing, you're clearing, you're making space. Sometimes it just feels good to cry a little bit. Afterwards, I always feel so much better. So allow your pain to release, allow those tears to flow if you need to, it's okay. And that could be a sign you're about to have a big breakthrough. So let's get your advice. Advice for you, what action should you take in order to help smooth out this process or help yourself through the breakthrough or to initiate it? Well, this is interesting. It's telling you to face your fears when it comes to love. This is like the marriage card or the relationship card. There's a lot of different scenarios. I know I've got a lot of different people watching here, but this might be telling some of you guys, hey, it's time for you to leave this person. It's time for you to walk away. You need to figure out a strategy to go. It could be, if this is something you've already been thinking about, then you need to trust yourself and make that happen. If hearing me says that freaks you out because you're really happy in your relationship and you're like, no, then don't worry, that message isn't for you. Remember, this is just a pick a card general reading. But this could be telling you to face your fears and open your heart to love, go deeper in this relationship, or allow yourself to be more vulnerable, or to build trust with this person. Maybe if you're single, it could be face your fears and be ready to approach somebody new, or to put yourself out there in love. So it does look like your love life right now is receiving some healing and some clearance. Maybe that's what some of this is related to, but you're definitely going to have a big breakthrough, maybe even in this specific area, but overall. So I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 3, I've got your spread right here, and we're going to start with the first card, which is the card that you chose. So this first card is, where are you at right now in your life? Like, what's going on around you? What's the energy? And this is the Bluebird, and it's a really positive card. This is a message that you're at a place right now where you've kind of taken a break. Maybe you're resting a little bit, and you're really just in the moment. You're enjoying your life. Maybe it's just you on your own and you're enjoying like your me time. But for a lot of you guys, I actually feel like it's a social time. You're connecting with people, maybe reconnecting with people. it's just like a whirlwind of energy around you. Maybe there's some events that you've been invited to. I definitely see you having a lot of abundance coming in at this time. I feel like you worked so hard and it's almost like you've earned this chance to just kick your feet up and rest. Like somehow everything is just falling into place and there's not much you need to worry about at this time. So if you're kind of looking around waiting for the other shoe to drop or you think something bad's gonna happen, don't worry because this energy is only going up. I mean, life always has its contrasts, but there's really great energy around you. And I get a sense you just came out of kind of like a healing time. And so really you're on an upswing. Your energy's headed more towards rebirth and expansion and new opportunities. And there's so much synchronicity surrounding you that it's kind of crazy. So good vibes all around. So now we're going to look and see the first sign that a big breakthrough is coming. To be honest, I feel like you're already having your breakthrough, but maybe this is a message that if you thought things couldn't get any better, just wait and see because your mind is about to be blown. There's more expansion coming, more opportunity, more possibility. I feel like you're ready for it too. So the first sign is that you're embracing your guides. So this is a little controversial because even though I do tarot and I'm into spirituality, I try not to impose or force any type of belief or religion or whatever onto you. I would say this is you being in touch with yourself, like embracing your intuition, embracing your inner guidance, paying attention to your wants and paying attention to your needs. And so that's a sign a breakthrough is coming because you're just taking good care of yourself. You're in tune with your authenticity and you're grounded in yourself and in your truth, you know? But this could also be for those of you guys who are really into the concept of spirit guides or who like are really into angels or you pray to a specific god or deity. This could be talking about how maybe your path or your walk with your guides or angels or your connection with your ancestors or whatever has been really strong. And that's definitely a sign you're going to have a big shift because when you work with your higher self or your guides or ancestors and you're in the flow with that, like you just open yourself to a lot more help and to blessing and support, and you're really walking in tune, you know, and connection with the earth and with, you know, this life. And so it's basically like if you're like in the flow, you know, if you're tapped in, that's a sign. Another sign that a breakthrough is coming for you, this is the world. So this could be that opportunities for you to go out into the world are starting to present themselves to you. This could be like an opportunity to travel somewhere or to study somewhere or perhaps to visit somebody or to speak somewhere or, you know, people are asking for your help or your support and it's an opportunity for you to really shine with your talents and your gifts. Like you're kind of being recognized, you're being pulled out. People are coming to you. You might not have to go to them so much. So that's a huge sign that a breakthrough is like coming. The third sign for you that a breakthrough is coming is that you're finding yourself, you know, feeling pretty grateful. You know, yes, there's a lot of things that you want. There's you know, we're always manifesting something new, right? But you're looking around and being like, wow, I really am just thankful for this life and, you know, for the things that I have and for the support that's around me. It's almost like you're cultivating your strength from that energy of feeling like, I just feel like it's a root chakra energy. You feel rooted, you feel supported, you feel secure, and that energy is coming from inside of you. It might not necessarily be a reaction to your outer reality. It's coming from the inside out. So that is your third sign. The last part of the spread is what action should you take to help induce this breakthrough or to just make sure that you're in alignment with it. I mean, it's already coming, you're already aligning. Maybe you already resonate with all these things and you're like, this is already happening. So hey, maybe your breakthrough is coming. But if you're like, I don't know, this is what you can do, okay? The first thing would be to make up your mind what you want. This card is talking about manifestation and about how we have to plant a seed and we also have to give it time and patience to let it grow. So deciding what you want or manifesting something is very similar to planting a seed. So this is a message to you just to be clear on that. The way that I like to be clear on my manifestations, the way I like to set intentions personally is I write things down in a notebook, and I also make a vision board. You guys can go on my channel and watch my free manifestation course. You can check that out. It's on a playlist. It's called Manifest with Me, and I teach you guys like my method for manifestation. It's basically just following the moon cycle. So this is just a message to you. Get organized. Just know what you want, write it down, and work towards it at the very least. Maybe you've got all these really cool ideas, but they're kind of like floating around out there, and you need to like really ground them and pin them down. Another action for you to take is to give. I already see you doing that, but remember, when you give, you open the door for yourself to receive as well. We don't always give to get, but an example I have is when I was trying to build my career as a fashion stylist like years ago, I offered my services for free in exchange for pictures that I could put in my portfolio so that I could attract clients to hire me. So sometimes you have to give or collaborate with others, or put your energy out there, or just get involved or volunteer in order to meet the right people, in order to generate opportunities, or in order to just build the momentum. So they're telling you that's something you can do. Give, volunteer, put the energy out there, especially since you've got this bluebird energy around you. Definitely relax, take a break, pull back, but maybe they're like, after you get out of that energy, this could be next. And then they're also saying, open yourself up for some type of energy exchange. It seems like new people want to come in your life. I'll be honest, it seems like love or romance wants to come in. This person could be helpful to you. They could just, be supportive and nurturing and kind of give you a boost and be inspiring. Maybe they also have something to do with some type of goal that you want. I always say you're never alone. The universe always sends someone. So that could be something too for you. So I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you again for coming to my channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out.